Hi everyone, welcome back to the ZB Philly Sports Podcast, episode 2. Zach, you want to get us started with our first
Yeah,
topic of the day?
let's get started with the Phillies. Um, Want to first start with a big happy birthday to Brock Stassi. What a name that is! Haven't heard that one in a while.
That our random Philly of the week,
That's a
former Philly
random
of the week.
Philly of the week. We were actually talking about this earlier, and I said the name to you, and you had no
Nope,
clue who he was.
no.
So I thought I picked a good one this week. So happy birthday to him,
And happy birthday. Also, happy birthday to Jalen Hurts while we're talking about that.
Jalen Hurts. Happy birthday! If you both see this, happy birthday. One of you can join the pod anytime.
Yeah,
Um, but let's keep going on the Phillies here. Another former Philly. I have down in my notes the struggles of Gregory Soto.
yeah.
Since the trade, in the last 7 days, he's played 3 games through a total of 1.1 innings, has 9 hits, 8 earned runs, three
Wow.
walks, and a strikeout. Can you guess his ERA?
No.
A 54
Wow.
ERA.
Now, is that higher or lower than Garrett Stubbs or what?
I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy how they're not missing on this trade whatsoever.
Right.
Well, this wasn't really. I don't think they were together, but
No,
um,
none of the players that they got from the Phillies have panned out for them yet.
yeah,
Now, it is very soon after. Pitchers can definitely pick it back up. But
yeah,
like they don't have Pache. They see him to the Marlins. I think I talked about that last week.
yep.
Um, Dominguez. I don't know if he's picked it up at all. I haven't seen anything about that. I doubt he has. Kimbrel's still been spotty all season.
That's Campbell. But did you see Pache got a hit
No, I
with
didn't.
Miami? He got him hit in Miami against the Braves. So
Good for
he
him.
still got that Philly root in him.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize until he was going to the Orioles that he was part of the Braves team when they won the World Series.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's uh, cannot find his pitching stats.
That's fine.
So maybe that's gonna be next pod.
Yeah.
I'll compare Soto and Stubbsies here.
Yeah.
But um that's another topic I wanted to talk about. Should Stubbs still be in the lineup?
No.
That backup catcher.
In my opinion, no. Now, if Thompson, I was going to talk about this later. If Thompson was going to use JT as a pitch hitter, then yes, I'd be fine with Stubbs. He's a good catcher. Not a starting catcher, but he's a good catcher. But we need the hitting from the catcher. So at that point, we should bring Marshawn back up.
Yes. He's I have Garrett Stubbs, couple stats here. Only a 188 average with a 509 OPS. That's not good.
No,
That's
no,
not
it's
going to
not.
cut it. Um, I still like him as a catcher. He's a pretty good defensive catcher. He still has that personality to him.
Yeah,
Um,
one of the best personalities in all of baseball.
yeah, and
But
it helps you
personalities
get out
don't
of
win
slumps.
games. Sorry.
Yeah, personality doesn't win games, unfortunately. Um, but maybe come playoff, see what you can do there.
Yeah,
Um, I play a lot of the show, and like I told you the other night, maybe we put him in left field.
that was so
That that's what MLB the show's doing. Why can't we do it?
great. Video games
Um,
always correlate well with real life.
exactly. Um, but someone that is having a lot of success recently. Kyle Schwarber. Did
Yeah.
not think I was going to say that.
No, I just said he's
Um,
batting under 200.
yeah, in the last 7 days, he's hit 375 with an OPS of a 1.149. In the
Wow.
last 15 days, 340 with a 1.223 OPS. And then last 30 days, 265 with a 987, which still some good numbers.
Yeah. That's,
Um,
yeah. Especially for Schwarber. Like, he's always a good hitter, just doesn't have the best stats.
the reason why I bring it up is because it seems like he might be coming over that hill of not being able to walk so much,
Yeah.
seeing more pitches. Um, which if we can get him to walk with Turner, Harper, and Bone, the next three after him, I think we can have a lot of success down the road.
Yeah, I agree. That brings me to something else I had. All I have written down is bats are waking up. I don't want to
Yes,
jinx it or anything. It seems like they're starting to wake back up since the All Star break. Harper, I don't have the stats, but he had a really good game. But
yeah. Sorry to cut you off there,
no, you're good.
but I had both of those. The Phillies' success recently, um, at least a couple games here and there,
Yeah,
um, for the most part. Um, but yeah, Hart is starting to look good again. Um, the whole roster is starting to look good again. Um, and could it have been that just like All-Star break slump? Hopefully.
yeah.
We came out with a lot of good teams to play. So it's always hard to play the Yankees,
We had really, really tough
Cleveland,
stretch after the All Star break.
yeah, Dodgers.
Yeah.
Last
Um,
7 days, he's had 7 hits and 26 at bats, which
Not bad.
isn't the worst.
Yeah. For how the team has been doing, it's not bad at all.
No,
Did you
he's
see what?
batting 269. So in the last 7 days,
Did you see Harper's quote on bad hitting?
I did not.
He said a few days ago, when little Johnny goes 0 for 100 in his next couple of bats, let's make sure that parent doesn't get mad at him because we'll all do it.
I did see that
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, and I know when I played baseball when I was a kid, my dad used to drill me for striking out 3 times in a game, four
Yeah.
times in a game.
See, I just wasn't good at baseball.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, when these players are slumping, we tend to jump on the gun like, come on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Phillies fans are very quick to overreact.
yes. I had
But
another
rightfully
quote
so,
that was
because it
thinking in my
can
head.
fall apart very, very quickly.
Yeah, and I was about to bring this up. They can go really good in a short period of time. Look at Marsh, the last game in Seattle. He could not find the ball for his life
Yeah.
and just stuck his glove and hit it.
I was actually about to talk about that.
Reminded me a lot of the scene from Sandlot.
Yep.
Just glove up.
It was almost
Hopefully you
spot
can
on.
catch it. Yeah. Um. But yeah, like I said, whether it's the Flyers, whether it's the Eagles, Sixers, Phillies fans jump to conclusions like that.
Yeah.
Um, but like we were saying, 3 tough teams
So
right
that's
out of the
something to
gut
hide.
is not the easiest thing to do
Yeah.
either. Um, but keeping it on the topic of Harper, I don't know if you saw this when we were playing the Yankees. I just saw this. Under Armour joined forces with PSA
The trading
and
card printing
yes,
company. Okay,
and they made mint green Harper cleats for him.
that's pretty cool.
They're sick. They went on sale on the first, so last Thursday. There was only 500 of them made.
Those probably
Which,
go for a pretty penny.
yes, um, usually they do, but is that the type of stuff to help him get out of a slump?
I
Could
don't know.
be.
He is
Just
like we saw him in all of his Wawa gear, and
yeah,
that's when the slump started.
maybe he just needed the reverse psychology there.
Maybe.
Um, but on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of Phillies fans say this, and I think it would help. Flashback to last year, probably around this time, we gave Turner that standing
Yep.
ovation, and it
Yeah.
turned his season around.
I think they
Do
were
we do
talking about
that for
doing
all
it
nine?
on the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we do that for the whole team? Every player that comes up.
See, if that works, I'll be very happy to do it. But we can't have them just expecting us to give them a standing ovation whenever someone's not doing well.
That's true. But if it works,
Yeah, if it
we
works,
found
it
a
works.
hidden
No
gem.
complaints at all.
Yeah. But another guy I wanted to talk about is Edmund Sosa.
Yep.
He's a great utility off the bench.
Yeah, he's a great defender. I'm surprised he hits as well as he does when he only plays once or twice a week, if he plays at all.
I think he's going to be a great asset for us in the playoffs.
Oh, I completely agree. Because literally
Um,
any infielder can get a day off when needed.
yeah. Especially with Stott not doing so good this year,
Yeah,
throw him at second. And then you still have Stott on the bench
right.
who can come up in a big moment like last year when he hit the grand slam.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just don't think he'll be able to do that against the Marlins this year.
I don't think the Marlins are going to be in that spot either. So,
Exactly my point.
um, hopefully we're not in that spot either.
Yeah,
Hopefully we're in a better spot
yeah.
um,
I really don't
next
like
year.
how the MLB playoffs is set up.
Yeah. Um,
Because that extra
oh,
little break really messes with everyone. Wheeler's talked about it a lot. He hates any type of break. They
yes.
all like to be in their routine.
Yeah. And I have the standings board up here. Yankees, Phillies, and Cleveland are all tied for the best spot in MLB.
Wow.
So we still have that one spot, um, a game and a half above the Dodgers.
Okay.
Would it be great for us to win tonight? So we're 2.5. Yes.
Oh, speaking of the Dodgers really quick, as of last night, we won. Last night, August 6th, we won the the season series against the Dodgers. So if we face them in the playoffs, we get home field advantage.
There we go. Usually the Dodgers aren't there in the playoffs, but
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I don't want to sound like a Braves fan here, but the bye does kill teams.
Yep.
Look at the Braves.
Yep.
Look at the Dodgers. They haven't been able to make it past the second round.
Yeah. Because everyone's out of the team, and the team that just won is now on a winning streak in the playoffs. They have a lot more confidence because they just won a game.
Yeah, and you got to think. Well, now here comes they're in the river. They're in the spot. They're getting hot. You're coming out cold. So But how is Red October gonna feed with that hotness?
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of it last year with Arizona, how we couldn't win 6 and 7, but
Yeah.
they took control in Arizona, and the noise and everything about Red October could not um, silence that team.
Right. They're a really good team.
They were, and you don't know who you're gonna face.
Right.
Because right now you've got the Diamondbacks in that wild card spot. You've got the Braves in that wild card spot. You got the Padres in that
How are the
wild card
Rangers
spot.
doing?
The Texas Rangers,
Yeah.
they're 9 games out of a wild card spot.
That's the defending champions right there.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look like they're going to make it.
Right.
But not to harp on other teams so much. We were talking, I think last week or before we started the pod, about how the Braves had a big spot
Yeah.
that we're like, could they have that first wildcard spot locked? They're now 1 game behind the
Wow.
Arizona Diamondbacks and the Padres.
Wow.
And the Mets are a game and a half behind the Braves.
Yeah, last time I looked at it, when Braves, Mets, and then the third team, I forget.
But you still have St. Louis 3 games back. Pirates 4 games back. Giants 4.5. The Reds and the Cubs both 5.5. So those teams, I don't know about the Reds. You don't know what those teams are going to do. They can go on a winning
Yeah.
streak, and the Braves could keep falling.
Yeah.
And now you have a new team, or the Diamondbacks and Padres. They're only a game above the Braves, so you just add 1 game to all those teams, and we might have a whole new 3 teams.
Yeah.
And
This, not just a wild card, but the MLB playoffs in general this year, we have no idea what it's going to look like yet.
yeah, and again, not to harp on other teams, but the American, you're gonna have probably Baltimore or New York
Oh, yeah.
in that first spot.
Yeah.
But after that, the Twins are only 1 game on the Royals, and they're only a half game up with the Red Sox. The Houston Astros are 3.5 games. Tampa Bay is 4.5, and then you got the Tigers at 8.5.
Wow.
So there's still 4 other teams
Yeah.
that are competing for that spot.
It's weird hearing the Tigers mentioned because I feel pretty much the entire time I've followed baseball, they have not been good.
Yeah. But you don't know. Teams like the Cardinals in 2021, I believe, they went on a 15 game winning streak in, I think it was August or to end of the year.
Wow.
So you don't know. Tigers could go on a 16 game
Yeah.
winning streak, and the Twins could go on a 16 game losing streak.
Right.
Or lose. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. That reminds me. White Sox finally finished their losing streak. I was hoping they would extend it because I believe the Phillies hold the longest losing streak.
Yeah. Hey, I can tell you that they started a new one.
Yeah.
Today they lost to the A's. But back here on the Dodgers, Phillies. I don't know if you saw this, but I don't know exactly, but I know Freddie Freeman's son was hospitalized.
Yeah.
With
He was
something.
spending time in the ICU.
And Freddie and his post game or pre game. You talked
Right.
about how Bryce Harper and his wife reached out to Freddie and his wife, just asking about
Yeah,
and the whole Phillies team did apparently. So
I have that pulled up
that's
on the side.
that's a plus for the team. I heard Stubbs did a pretty cool thing too. So
Yeah, I saw Bryce Harper gave Freddie Freeman a hug. I don't know if you watched the game or not.
mhm.
And Freddie Freeman said the Phillies are sorry. The Phillies are Bryce Harper texted him at least 4 times to check on his family while his 30-year-old son was in the ICU.
That's an A plus in my book.
Yeah, and Freeman also went on to say that he's appreciative of the entire Phillies organization. He gives a lot of them a shout.
And A plus to the whole organization.
Yeah, he said their next
But
few road trips are going to be really cool for him because of how many teams like the Brewers also reach out to him a lot.
and that just shows you that it's more than a game.
Right.
Um, but and we need back to the Phillies harping on the team. You don't know what these guys are going through.
Right.
It's
They're all
they,
people too.
yeah, and this week long homestand, these guys are missing their family. I know, like Boom and Marsh don't have kids or a
Yeah,
wife.
they probably have Air Force. I think it
Uh,
was Goddard and Avante Maddox that lived together, or at least used to, and they said that they used to have Air Force together.
I bet those two have them too. Like
Yeah,
the boys, but yeah. So it just shows you that we don't need to be so hard.
yeah.
Uh, so
We gotta understand that they're humans. They have feelings and everything.
yeah.
Um,
Uh, good.
yeah. Talking about the Phillies, Austin Hayes keeps continuing to surprise me more. I
Yeah,
didn't really hear about him before joining the Phillies, but I also really only follow the Phillies. He's just keeps surprising me.
and I saw this in a chat when we premiered this whole thing. Our number one fan here, um, he was saying how much of a asset he's going to be in the playoffs because you can throw Marsh, Rojas, and Hayes in any kind of order you want.
Yeah,
Whether one of them's not playing, whether one of them is playing, is just going to be so great.
great.
It's going to be you match this guy and see what's going to happen.
And speaking of March, with him playing almost every day, his batting average against lefties has been going up and up.
There you go.
This shows he needs to get these reps before the playoffs start, so we know he's playable.
Yeah. And like I said, it's going to help so much.
Yeah.
But then, so say we're in the playoffs, we're down 1 or 2, and say you have Marsh in center and Hazen left, but you have Sosa at second. Now you have Rojas and Stott
Yeah.
on the bench,
Two of the
and
best
say
defenders at their position.
it's the bottom of the 8th
Yeah.
in Philly.
And before you say that, they're two of the best players on the team, so they can control for anyone.
That's where I was going with this. Say Schwarber walks. I don't want Jack Sparrow out there running.
Yeah.
You throw Sosa, or not Sosa. You throw Rojas or Stott, have them steal, see what they can do with their legs there, and then say they successfully do it, and you hit a double. There's your one.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to harp on JT's
Yeah.
runners in scoring position stat, but a bunch of these guys, if they have, you saw Turner, and you have Bryce Harper. Those are the two typically guys. I think. Oh, they have really good
Yeah.
stats with runners and scoring
Bowman's
position.
the best, I think.
Bowman's picked it up this year.
Yeah.
Castellanos in the playoffs, he's better with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
So
I don't like to that JT point. Even if he's not doing well with runners in scoring position or second and third, not necessarily runners in scoring position. I don't understand why he won't be pinch hit. We kind of talked about this. Do you have any idea why Thompson wouldn't want to pinch hit him?
no clue. Whether it's not a good matchup,
Yeah.
trying to let him figure it out.
All I saw was him saying he has a day off. I want to give him a day off. I don't get that. He's one of the best hitters on our team.
Yeah.
We need him to hit. When we're down in the game, we need one of our best hitters to come in.
He's still hitting 250.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not his normal at bats. It's more of his runners in scoring position
Right.
that we
But he was
need
also injured
change.
for how long?
Say it again.
He was also injured for how long?
Yeah, he was injured for 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 2. But none on, he's batting 301 with
Wow.
a 750 OPS. And then when the runners are on, he's batting 188 with a 603 OPS.
Wow.
172 with runners in scoring position with a 493. So that means he's not even walking.
Yeah.
Bases loaded, he's had a small sample size.
That's also what happened. He hadn't played all that much.
Yeah. But leading off the inning, he's batting 372 with a 912 OPS. But scoring position with 2 outs, he's actually better than just scoring
Wow.
position. He's 176, so it's not great.
Yeah.
But so it shows that I don't know. Maybe it's just something he has to work out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's when he's on these off days and you have Stubbs playing and it's 7th inning, it's runner in scoring position. So maybe you put him. Maybe he can work it out that way.
Yeah. The only way to get better at it is doing it. Just sitting on the bench or even at practice doing it. That's not actually going to help in the game. It can help a little bit, but it won't help all that much.
Sitting guys helps get them out of slumps.
Yes.
Not helping them hit better with running and scoring pitch.
Right.
That's not how that works.
Right.
But
to the guy who throws him the ball, one of the guys who throws him the ball, Christopher Sanchez, he's continuing to do really, really well. Last night against the Dodgers, Tuesday, August 6th, 6 innings pitched, he had 5 hits. Against the Dodgers, who I think are a pretty well hitting team, he only had 5 hits.
Yeah. I know Nola on August 5th, Monday, August 5th, didn't do great. Didn't do bad. But Sanchez has picked it up from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he has shocked me. Last year, I was ready to get rid of him pretty much.
Yeah. And I know in the beginning of the year, I was like, well, instead of putting Turnbull back in the bullpen, why don't we put Sanchez back there because he wasn't that good.
Yeah, and he has experience in the bullpen.
Yeah, and he turned out to be one of our all-star, and just barely.
If you told me this last year, I would not believe it.
I would not believe you either. I would be like, you're a maniac.
Yeah.
But Anything else on the Phillies?
I have one thing that it's kind of the Phillies, but the entire MLB. Highest average home attendance in 2024. Top 5 teams. Who do you think's number one?
Of course, I'm going with the Phillies.
The Phillies are 3 with 41,439.
I did see this. Let me try to think. I saw this a little bit ago, so I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. 2 California teams.
So my Yankees guess was not going to be right.
Well, it's
I'm going
top
to guess
5.
the Dodgers.
Yes, Dodgers are number one. 48,225.
Well, when you have Shohei, you better be.
Right.
Number two. Derek Jeter, number 2.
You keep yourself a really good hint.
California team.
No.
Oh,
The top 5, there's 2 California teams. You already got one.
got it.
It's Dodgers, a team, the Phillies, and then 2 other teams.
So there's another top 5 in California.
Yes.
Are the Giants up there?
Nope.
The Padres?
Yeah. They're number
Wow.
4. 40,612.
Okay. What about
Now, one team is one of our rivals, and the other one is just another team in the East.
Don't tell me the Mets are up there.
Nope.
Okay, good.
You got
The
the 2
Braves?
spot and the 5 spot.
Kinda our rivals.
It's definitely.
The Braves?
Yeah.
They're at 2?
They're at 5.
Oh, okay.
It's Dodgers, then the second place team. Phillies, Padres, Braves. Braves are at about 38,000.
Is it Cleveland?
Nope. This is AL East.
AL East. Baltimore?
Nope.
Tampa.
You've talked about them a few times.
Is it the Yankees?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got 539 more than us.
That makes sense. You got Soto, you got Judge, you got those
But-
guys.
I think just a few games we could take that 2 spot from them.
Oh yeah.
Our fans just gotta start showing out again.
You got the schedule of like the Lifetime at home.
No.
But like I know we have 4 more against the Diamondbacks.
Mhm.
And then you come home against Miami and Washington. So that's not really let's come out to the ballpark. But you got Houston and the Braves still.
Yeah.
Tampa, I don't know if it's gonna bring anyone good. The Mets, if they're good, could bring people. Chicago, I don't know. And then that's the last home stretch of 3 teams. So I could see us, especially with Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, I think all 3 are going to be sellouts.
Yeah.
Even on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right. You got anything else for baseball?
I do not. Want to head to the Eagles?
Let's go Sixers first.
Go Sixers.
Let's
got it.
knock out the little bit of Sixers stuff we have.
Got it.
Korkmaz finally posted his farewell to the Sixers. He's excited to go on, do other things. He's ending this chapter in his career. I believe he's going to play in Turkey.
Okay.
Where he's from.
Is he playing on the Olympic team?
I don't know if Turkey has an Olympic team.
Got it.
If they do, they're not in it anymore.
Got it.
Tuesday, speaking of the Olympics. Tuesday, 8-6, Embiid in 12 minutes had 14 points, 5 or 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and a team high plus minus of plus 25.
Yep. I was at work yesterday when this was going down, but I saw that he looked like early season last year
Yep.
Embiid.
And
I
LeBron
think
said something about no matter what he needs, and this was in response to all the friends trainings booing, whatever he needs, the whole team is there for him. They're back on in any situation, and they'll let him do what he's got to do. They'll let him play how he wants to play.
yeah, and I believe that they are on to semis.
Yep,
I don't know who they play.
it's Serbia, which means Embiid
Serbia.
versus Jokic semifinal.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
a tough matchup.
we did already play them once and we beat them.
Yep. But they gave us a
Yeah,
run for money there
yeah.
for a while.
And this game actually matters a lot more. So
Yes. Um, but this is going to be a little bit of a hot take. I don't know if you want me to say it now or later.
go for it.
Out of all the top sports leagues, I think the Olympics are the hardest. So
Yeah,
Olympic basketball, Olympic swimming, no matter when baseball and softball gets added to Olympics,
and football.
like and football, it's just going to be 10 times harder.
Yeah,
Because you got to think you only get at best 4, maybe 5 Olympics
yeah.
in your career.
Well, less than that.
Yeah,
PS4 is 16 years.
yeah. So and the
Not
4 is
everyone's
like the
LeBron James
max.
and can play forever.
Yeah, unless you're invincible like him.
Yeah, but
But
you have a very, very good segue there because Jalen Hurts lights the torch at the LA Coliseum for the 2028 Olympics, where flag football is going to be, what's the word? It's going to be added to the Olympics.
yeah,
I blanked on what word Marshawn is.
we should have signed up for this.
Yeah,
We would dominate.
right. Especially if this were 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was our prime back in
Yeah.
high school and middle school.
Yep.
Uh, in the what? L.A.
Yep. LA Coliseum.
Might have to go. Don't get to see much
That'd be
of them
pretty fun.
here in the United States.
Yeah, in 2 years we got MLB All Star Game in Philly. For 2
Yep.
years we got Olympics in LA.
If we can get this podcast podcast big enough, maybe we can
Yeah, we can do some
figure something
interviews
out
and
there, like a
whatnot.
live show or
Yeah,
something like that.
even for the All Star Game, it would be fun to go to like Xfinity Live or something and interview people.
Yeah, definitely that. Maybe get some non All-Star guys
Yeah,
on the podcast.
yeah.
Because that would just be fun. Like have
Hopefully
them talk about.
Hopefully Hoskins will be an All Star and get to play back in Philly.
That would be
And then we all get an excuse.
great.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's manifest this now.
Yes.
2 years.
Yes.
We see the 2018 home run derby when it was in Washington D.C. and it was Harper against Hoskins in some kind of round. But make that a final.
Yes.
In Philly, where he grew up and a guy who's adapted the whole Philly atmosphere and all that. We're gonna manifest that now.
Yeah. No,
in 2 years.
Now.
In 2 years, it will be Harper versus Hoskins in a home run derby championship.
Yep.
I don't care who wins. I just want it to happen.
Yeah, and it'll give us an excuse to search Jared for Hoskins again while he's in Philly.
And we kind of have that now. I want him to make it to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
but
I think every Philly fan still loves him. I was at one of the Brewers games. Everyone was still cheering for him every single time he would come up to bat.
Except for when he was up in the 8 and 9.
Yeah. It was a Wednesday afternoon. He was still tipping his cap as he goes up to bat.
Because he grew up with us.
Yeah.
Especially me and you.
Yeah.
Being how young we are. We grew up with Hoskins being the future first baseman for the Phillies.
Yeah, we saw him in
Uh,
Reading.
Yeah, young.
Yeah,
Him and uh, who was the other splash blow?
Dylan Cousins.
Yes,
Yeah.
the home run kids.
So I don't think he's playing baseball anymore, but whenever I've tried to look him up, there's a hockey player with the same exact name.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think, if I remember correctly, I think he was a Flyer.
Maybe.
Um, but
I don't
I'm
know.
not too sure on that.
Yeah.
I know there was a Cousins that played for
Yep.
the
It was Dylan
Flyers.
Cousins. Or Reading. Back to the Eagles.
Yep.
Preseason starts tomorrow against the Ravens. I think we're in Baltimore.
Got it.
We also play, week 13. We play them in Baltimore again. So could be a preview of what to see in week 13.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's preseason. Starters
Yeah.
probably will play one snap and then sit down the rest of the preseason. Eagles signed linebacker from Jacksonville, Shaquille Quarterman. He went to Miami University. He's 26. Last year he played 17 games, had one tackle.
Which Miami?
Miami University, Miami Hurricanes.
Got it. So not Miami, Ohio.
No, I would say
Gotcha. I did have something here for the Eagles. Eagles add Amani Rogers.
Huh?
Or
I didn't
they
even see this.
added him off claims. I just saw this
Okay.
a little bit ago. I don't know if I can
What
find
position
it,
is he?
but he's a tight end.
Okay.
But the reason why I added this, he's also a quarterback. He played
Oh,
tight end and quarterback in college.
that's interesting. Is it going to be
Um,
like a Taysom Hill kind of player?
I think.
I'm
I can
curious to
definitely
see how Kellen
see.
Moore does that. Because I
I can
don't really
definitely
know what to
see.
expect for him to do with this offense. But it could be really interesting.
Yeah.
Fantasy wise, that would also be interesting.
And talking about quarterbacks, saw something about Kenny Pickett
Yeah.
not getting most of the reps.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of saw that, and if I don't know if he's still getting reps, but the other guy, I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other one was.
He's had a decent amount of snaps.
Huh.
So maybe Kenny Pickett's a third option, which I don't know why you trade for a guy for a third option,
Right, I agree.
but definitely something we have to watch.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I got two things. I got record predictions or Madden numbers. Which one you want to do first?
let's do predictions.
All right. I'm gonna write everything down, and at the end of the regular season, we are gonna come back to this and see who did better out of me and you.
Got it. And then I also have something about the Eagles, but we can do this first.
Okay. So week 1, we're in Brazil against the Packers. I think it'll be a win. Jordan Love could very definitely have a very good game, but I still see us winning.
The no green game.
Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work. Because no matter what jersey either team wears, it's gonna have green on it.
Yeah.
Like the numbers, pants, the stripes, whatever. They're gonna have green.
I think it's more of like uh
The main color.
yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think is gonna win that week?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be a tough one. What isn't it like a Friday night.
Yeah. But there
Um,
it's gonna be like Friday afternoon, late afternoon, I think. Week 2, home against the Falcons. I see that being a win.
I
Unless
see that being like a blowout.
the only way I see it being a win is Kirko is having an MVP season, or Bijan Robinson is having an MVP season.
Yeah, only way.
Yeah. Week 3 in New Orleans. I also see it as another win.
I see it as another one.
I don't see them being very good. Alvin Kamara is getting old. Is Derek Carr still their starting quarterback?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age as well, I think. Chris Olave
He's
and Raheem Shaheed, I think he's their running back. They're pretty much the two offensive weapons.
yeah. I don't see. Looking at the depth chart now, you got your starters are Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Rashid, um, Jawan Johnson, and
Yeah,
then your backup running back that's noticeable is Jamal Williams.
I don't see
I
them
wouldn't go
being very good
lightly
this
into
year.
this game, but I don't see it.
Right. Eagles showed us last year we can lose to anyone.
Yes.
It's football. They're all professional players. Anyone can lose at any time.
Yep.
Week 4, we are in Tampa Bay.
Ooh, Baker. A
Yeah,
rematch of the playoffs.
right. Baker Mayfield, I've always been high on him. He scares me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say loss just because I don't see us going out winning 4 in a row.
Yeah. And that's always that sneaky close game.
Yeah,
They I think this year added Starling Shepherd,
yeah,
the Giants, so that might help them a little bit, but not much.
yeah. Do you think
I
Tampa's going to win or lose?
think Tampa will sneak out with that one.
Okay. Then week 5, we got a really early bye week.
Ooh,
Yeah.
week 5 bye week.
Week 6, home against Cleveland. If I'm going to say Deshaun Watson comes back out and is almost as good as he was on the Texans, I'm going to say we're going to lose to Cleveland. If
I'm gonna
Chubb's doing well and if Deshaun Watson's doing well.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have a halt on that one. Just because um you don't know where Ayuk's gonna go.
Yeah. I also saw
Just
that the Browns are maybe shopping Amari Cooper.
yes. So you don't know if the Steelers are gonna get him or what team's gonna get him.
And then after the Browns, we got the Giants. We're in MetLife against the Giants. I think we're going to sweep them this year.
Yes.
After the Giants, it goes to in Cincinnati. It's going to be a really, really good game.
That Bengals game. I
Yeah,
will most likely be there. So you will get my in depth thoughts
yeah. You'll see it
of that one.
firsthand.
If
Cincinnati's doing well, I see them winning.
yeah.
And it's going to probably put the Eagles, like, make them get a grip on winning. Like, make them
Yeah.
realize they actually have to try harder against good teams. Because before Cincinnati, I don't think that there's many good teams we're going to be playing. I think Packers and Buccaneers are going to be the best teams at that point.
Yeah. I think depending on how they both are, um, they both could be really good. They both could be really bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say win.
Okay.
And last thought on this, maybe we will do like follow us on a new TikTok, by the way. But for TikTok and Shorts, we might, or I might, do interviewing
That would be
some
pretty cool.
Bengals fans
I'm
and
sure there's gonna be Eagles fans that travel there.
oh yeah, definitely.
Philly
Um,
fans for any sport travel pretty well.
but Bengals fans drink from the moment they wake up until 6 hours after the games.
Yeah.
Eagles fans, same way.
Yeah, if not
So
more.
I think it will be pretty fun to interview. Maybe have two side by side. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that all goes down. And
After that, week 9, we're back at home against Jacksonville.
okay,
I
think
say
that's a
we
win.
win that. Jacksonville, just like last year, can either be a really good team or not make the playoffs.
Yes.
It really is based around Trevor Lawrence and the defense.
Yeah. They didn't add too much, but they
Yeah.
could be that sneaky good team. So I'm gonna say win,
Didn't
but also
Etienne
could
get
be a
injured
loss.
at the end of the year?
Who?
Travis Etienne, say his name.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, that probably hurt them a lot. I think I had him in fantasy. It hurt me.
So I'm gonna say win, but possibly.
Week 10 in Dallas.
I'm
Just
gonna
because
say
it's in
loss.
in Dallas, I think we're going to lose. But after that, we go to the Commanders. No matter how good their rookies are, I see us manhandling them pretty much.
Yeah.
They're going to put up more of a fight than the Giants, but I don't see us losing to the Commanders.
No, not at all. I think that's another team that we sweep.
Yeah.
I think those two we get out clean.
The next week is in Carolina against the Panthers.
That's another like bye week, basically.
Yeah. Unless Bryce Young comes out and starts playing like he's back at Alabama.
Yeah.
But even then, we have like Kenyon Mitchell. Shouldn't let Bryce Young get those passes off.
Yeah. So.
Then week
And
13,
the Gene.
Baltimore. If they're healthy, I think we'll lose to Baltimore.
I think Baltimore will be a loss
still a
though.
really good team.
Yeah.
Week 12, I read it wrong. It's LA Rams, not Carolina. My handwriting's not really good. Either way, I have us beating the Rams.
Yeah.
They don't have Aaron Donald anymore. I hope Blake Corum does well as a Michigan fan. I have really high hopes for him. But week 14, we're at home against Carroll. Like, yeah, we already talked about that. It's a win.
Easy win.
Yeah. Week 15, home against Pittsburgh. I say win.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm in a tough situation here.
They don't even know who their quarterback's going to be this year.
It's going to be Russell.
Well, Fields has been getting a lot of the quarterback one.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you have to think, you have that incentive. You get a better pick if he doesn't play as much.
Yeah.
I feel like,
for my brother's sake, I hope Justin Fields is their starter. He does well. He's a huge Justin Fields fan.
I feel like I have a gun to my head right now trying to answer this one. No, they're also in on Brandon Ayuk.
I think the only team I saw that's not in on him anymore is the Patriots.
Yes. Can I go? I might go tie here. I might have to go tie.
All right.
No, I think I'm going to go a loss.
Okay.
I think the team's
If any
talented
team
enough.
we tie with, it would be the Steelers. I feel like the
Yes.
Steelers have one tie every year.
I feel like that's gonna be the one team that just like they don't think much of them, and
Yeah.
then they just walk in and wipe the floor with them.
Week 16 in Washington against the Commanders. Like we said, I think it'll be a win.
Yeah.
Week 17 against the Cowboys. As long as our starters are playing, I think we'll beat them while we're at home.
I think it depends on. I think it depends on whether we're still fighting for that first spot in the East.
Yeah.
And that first game.
Yeah.
If they win that first game, I think, and they're not fighting for that spot, I say that they lose.
Yeah.
But if they don't win that first game and they're fighting for that spot, I think they win.
Yeah. And then week 18, we close it off at home against the Giants. So we got 2 home games to close the year. So we shouldn't be tired because there's no traveling.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you think we'll beat the Giants.
Yes. Definitely.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have us getting 13 wins.
Yep. Went to throw it up there with 12. Sorry, I had a cough there.
I also have 13. You have 14, 13 or 14. I have 12 or 13.
But I want to quickly go through this quick. So I found some of Amani's college.
Okay.
In 2017, when he was with UNLV, it looks like he started as a quarterback and moved to a tight end. But when he was doing his tight end, he still had 334 yards.
Yeah. How tall is he?
He is. It's not going to tell me. Don't know. Doesn't tell me. But yeah. So he hasn't really passed in the NFL, but he has a couple carries. He looks tall. I'm gonna say that.
Tall. He's 6'5".
There you go.
Wait. Never mind. It's 5'9". Who popped up at first? Armani Rogers is 6'5". But Amari Rogers is 5'9".
Got it.
Yeah, we got the 6'5" guy, I think.
So, one more thing.
Yeah, we
Cat's
got
out of the bag. Jets fan, whatever. Did not see that CJ Uzama, who's a former Bengal, former Jet, is now an Eagle.
Yeah, I think we signed him near the beginning of the offseason.
Did not see that. You guys can have him. He sucks. Take him.
I don't think he'll play all that much.
He's
If he
good
does,
blocking.
yeah. If he does, he'll be a blocker.
You want to move to
Yeah, last thing I have is Madeline.
You want to move to those? Quickly get through those. Get the Sixers and.
We already did the Sixers.
Oh yeah, we did the Sixers.
So this week I'll do some of the offensive ratings. Next week I'll do defense and special teams.
Works for me.
Yeah, obviously not every offensive player we have, just some notable things I thought to take notes on. Hurts, 86 overall. I think that's way too low.
Yeah.
And he's the 8th highest rated quarterback behind Justin Herbert, Tua, Dak, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar, and Mahomes. Yeah, I agree.
Herbert and
And
um
Tua and Dak.
and Tua and Dak.
Yeah.
No,
See, I think he's better than Josh Allen, but I think that's arguable. This is
that's
based on last year. But I think he should be top two quarterback this year. But based on last year, I do agree Mahomes, Lamar Jackson is better. Burrow, probably better if he's healthy.
yeah.
Josh Allen, there's an argument for. I do not think there's an argument for Herbert, Tua, and Dak.
There's no argument,
Yeah,
not whatsoever.
I don't get it. All right.
But
Dallas Goedert, also number 8, rated at his position. He's an 85. He's behind Sam Laporta, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce. I almost said Jason Kelce.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Travis is number 1.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
So when I'm reading it, it's the closest overall to the highest.
Got
overall.
it. Got it. Damn, Sam Laporta? Is that
Yeah.
low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Madden doesn't give love to young guys.
Yeah. I guess Laporta's more of a fantasy guy too.
Yeah.
But
I don't really have any issues with it. I do agree that he's about the same or a little worse than pretty much every guy here. I think he's better than Evan Ingram, maybe David Njoku, but I'm not going to be mad about that.
again, those two, and then Laporta and Goddard, I feel like they're just fantasy guys.
Yeah.
Like Travis, TJ. TJ's more of a fantasy guy too.
Yeah.
But
a former Lion and a current Lion.
yeah.
All right. Saquon Barkley, 92 overall. What do you think he is? Like overall?
Say 2.
Number 4.
What?
Yeah.
No. Let me hear this list.
Behind Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, maybe.
See,
Is he
I'd bring
better
above
than
Henry just because Henry's getting old. But
yeah, that's what I was saying.
EA tends to, when a player's injured, they either do nothing to their overall or drop it drastically.
Yeah.
Kirk
Because I was
Cousins.
gonna say, wasn't he like a 95 plus last year?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't played Madden in a few years.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers, same injury. Kirk Cousins went up in overall, I believe. Aaron Rodgers dropped like 3 or 4 points. Yeah, you can say it's age, but I don't
We all know
understand
it's
how EA determines their overalls. Injured overalls.
Yeah.
All right. On to our receivers. A.J. Brown, 95 overall. Number 4 behind C.D. Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and Tyreek Hill. Personally, I think he's better than C.D. Lamb. I think
I think
if the
CeeDee Lamb
Cowboys
had a good year last year.
Yeah, he did. But if the Cowboys had another great receiver, I don't think CD would be ranked as high.
Yes.
Devontae Smith in 88. He's number 17.
That's crazy.
Sorry. He's tied with Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett. I think he's better than both. Behind Terry McLaurin, DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Brandon Ayuk, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Amari St. Frank, and A.J. Brown, all those guys ahead of him too. I think he's better than 4 or 5 of those guys at least.
Yeah.
I think he's top 12 receiving.
And it depends on how they are ranking these guys. I'm guessing they're ranking them Because
I'm just saying it by overall.
yeah, but how can you compare Jamar Chase, who's a number one on his team, to Devontae Smith, who's a number two?
Right.
So I think that's why he's below a couple guys because they're
Yeah,
the best on the team.
that's a good way to look
But
at it.
if you put Jamar
Well,
Chase on the Eagles, he's not number. He might be
he's
a number one, but
yeah, he's behind DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. They're the wide receiver 1 and 2 for the Bears.
yeah,
I think he's better than both of them.
yeah. I don't know why Keenan Allen's above him, but
Right. I think Madden takes into account their resume or if they're a veteran. But at the
yeah.
same time, Cooper Kupp is tied with Devontae Smith. I don't know. It's
But again, he didn't
confusing.
play last year, so
Yeah. But like Nick Chubb didn't play. He's still number 2 running back.
yeah.
All
Who
right.
knows?
Lane Johnson, 95 overall, number 2 behind Penei Sewell. I think it's good.
No arguments,
Yeah.
but
Jordan Mailata, 89 overall. I thought he was going to be a 91. He is number 9, tied with Andrew Thomas, behind Rashawn Slater, Christian Darrisaw, Teron Armstead, Tristan Wirfs, Laramie Tunsil, Tyron Smith, and Trent Williams. I don't know half of those guys because I don't follow of linemen much besides the
yeah.
Eagles. I was thinking he would be top 6.
Yeah. I thought most of these guys were going to be top 5. But
Yeah.
again, I'm not a big lineman guy. Like, I don't follow linemen, so I don't
Right.
know.
Landon Dickerson, he's an 85 overall, number 6, behind Elton Jenkins, Joel Batonio, Tyler Smith, Quentin Nelson, and Joseph Tooney. Sorry if I butchered those names.
Yeah.
And I don't think that.
Again, I'm not a big lineman guy, so I don't really have much comments on these.
Number 6 isn't bad. I also thought he would be top 5, but he's young. And last one I have written down is Kenneth Gainwell, 76 overall. I thought he would be at least an 80, but I didn't write down which place he was in because he wasn't even in the top 30, I don't think. But looking at the people ahead of him, he's the same, if not worse, than Wilson. So,
Quarterbacks are so hard to rank or rate because Kenneth could be a starter on any other team.
yeah.
Or most teams.
Yeah.
Like he could make Carolina look good. He could make Pittsburgh look good. He could make a couple other guys like
Oh, I forgot
like
Najee Harris.
Brees Hall. He could be a number one team on any team.
Yeah.
Other than Barkley's team and McCaffrey's team and Derrick Henry's team and all those guys. So it's so hard to rate them. I think they're trying to make that whole rating, but they still can't because some guys are 2s, but they could be a 1, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping Brees Hall's higher than that.
I did not
Or I
take
looked
notice
up.
to where he is.
But no, I think most of those are good.
Most of them are fair.
The quarterback one is a definite.
Yeah.
Running back, you could have moved him up a little bit.
With how Derrick Henry did at the end of last year, was he injured actually?
At the end, I don't think.
At some
I
point
think
in the
he
season.
was injured at some point.
Yeah. I don't know. NFL players get injured too often too, even count that in their overall.
Yeah.
If anything, it should drop them a couple points because most players aren't as good after getting injured.
Yeah.
But we also got
And
to realize it's just based on stats. It's not how they're going to perform for the team or in fantasy.
yeah. It's just a kind of
Yeah,
a mosh point, basically.
right. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow all of our other socials. Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
don't know how you did that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. See you next week.
Peace.